Welcome to Wood Arena, where the mighty world of logging and timber processing comes alive. Today, we'll take you on a journey, from the forest floor to finished boards, exploring powerful machines, clever engineering, and the timeless craft of turning nature's giants into the lumber that builds our world. Our journey begins deep in the forest, where freshly harvested logs are prepared for milling. Here, we meet the Brenta Pokretna, a mobile bandsaw system designed for heavy-duty timber cutting right on site. Unlike stationary sawmills, the Brenta Pokretna can be brought directly to the logs, saving time and reducing the cost of hauling raw timber. It's built to handle large diameter logs with ease, guiding each one through a powerful vertical bandsaw blade that slices the timber into rough planks or beams. This mobility is especially useful in remote areas, where transporting massive logs is challenging. Instead, the sawmill comes to the forest, and the processed wood can be more easily stacked, bundled, and shipped. The operator uses precise controls to adjust the blade height and feed rate, ensuring every cut is accurate. Even with such robust power, the Brenta Pokretna is designed to minimize waste, turning as much of the tree as possible into usable lumber. For seasoned loggers, it's a marvel of convenience, a blend of traditional sawmilling principles with modern mobility. This is where the transformation from raw, rugged log to neatly cut timber truly begins, setting the stage for the next steps in the timber production process. Once the logs are cut to manageable sizes, they need to be transported to larger processing facilities. In this stage, precision handling is key, and that's where the Svettruck TMF 28-21 steps in. We watch as it unloads a Volvo FH12 6x2 timber truck, a beast of a hauler that's carried tons of wood from forest to mill. The Svettruck isn't just a forklift. It's a specialized log handler with a massive grapple attachment designed to lift, rotate, and place logs with absolute control. Its articulated arm and hydraulic clamping system allow the operator to pick up logs of varying lengths and diameters without damaging the wood. Even with the weight of multiple logs in its grip, the Svettruck remains stable thanks to a reinforced chassis and counterbalance system. Unloading isn't just about speed, it's about efficiency and safety. Every movement is deliberate. The logs are stacked neatly in staging areas, ready for the next stage of processing. The ability to move such large volumes quickly keeps the production line flowing smoothly, reducing downtime and bottlenecks. For an older generation of loggers who once moved timber with chains, winches, and brute force, Machines like the Svettruck represent an evolution in the trade. They take what used to be backbreaking work and turn it into a precise, streamlined operation. As the last logs are set down, we see how careful handling preserves the integrity of the wood, vital for producing strong, reliable boards and beams later on. Now that the logs are at the mill, they're ready for deeper transformation. With the logs ready for further breakdown, we turn our attention to one of the most impressive forest machines in operation, the Ponce Bear. This is a harvester, a machine designed not only to fell trees, but also to delimb and cut them to length on the spot. In summer, the bear glides across firm ground, using its articulated boom and multifunction head to grasp trees, shear them from the stump, strip branches, and cut the trunks into precise lengths. In winter, the bear proves its adaptability. Wide tracks distribute its weight over snow and ice, preventing it from sinking while maintaining stability on uneven terrain. The hydraulic systems remain responsive even in freezing temperatures, and the heated cabin keeps the operator comfortable for long shifts in harsh weather. The bear's onboard computer tracks each cut, ensuring that the logs meet the specifications required for different markets, from construction-grade beams to pulpwood for paper production. This kind of precision reduces waste and maximizes profit from every tree harvested. Its size and strength are matched by a surprising finesse. The harvester head can grip with the force to hold a multi-ton log, yet rotate and trim with accuracy measured in millimeters. For older viewers who remember chainsaws and hand felling as the only way to bring down timber, the Ponce Bear represents a revolution. It's a reminder of how far forestry has come, making the work safer, faster, and more efficient, while still respecting the forest and its resources. By the time the bear has finished its work, the timber is cut, sorted, and ready for transport, whether in the heat of summer or the depths of winter. This machine proves that logging is a year-round endeavor, and that the journey from standing tree to finished product never really pauses. Once the timber has been processed into manageable loads, transporting it efficiently becomes the priority. Here we see an ingenious solution: the foldable truck. At first glance, it looks like any other flatbed hauler, but its frame and bed can fold into a compact form when empty. This design allows for easier storage, reduced wind resistance on return trips, and better maneuverability in tight spaces. For timber operations that require frequent back and forth runs, this innovation can save fuel and wear on the vehicle. It's a prime example of how even the transport stage of logging can benefit from clever engineering. While it might not handle the massive loads of a dedicated logging truck, the foldable truck is ideal for smaller shipments, delivering cut timber from local sawmills to nearby carpenters, furniture makers, and construction sites, keeping the chain of production moving smoothly. With logs arriving at the yard, one of the first processing steps is splitting, breaking down large rounds into smaller, more manageable pieces. Here, we watch a cone log splitter tackle both poplar and maple. The cone splitter is a straightforward yet powerful tool, a rotating steel cone with deep threads that bite into the wood. As the cone turns, it pulls itself into the log, forcing the fibers apart until the wood splits cleanly in two. Poplar, with its softer grain, yields quickly. The cone spirals in with minimal resistance, and the log parts neatly with a satisfying crack. Maple, on the other hand, is denser and tougher. The splitter's motor works harder, and the cone digs in steadily, sometimes needing a slight reposition to find the grain's natural weakness. This kind of machine is invaluable for preparing firewood, fence posts, or feedstock for chippers and biomass burners. In the past, such splitting was done with wedges, sledgehammers, and raw strength, a task that could take all day and leave a person sore for a week. Now, a single operator can split a full truckload in a fraction of the time. There's also an element of safety here. While every machine demands respect and caution, the cone splitter keeps the operator at a distance from the splitting force, reducing the risk of injury compared to swinging an axe or maul. By breaking logs down to smaller pieces, we're making them easier to handle in later stages, whether they'll be further sawn into boards or chipped for mulch and fuel. The choice of poplar and maple in this demonstration highlights how different wood species respond to the same tool, and why understanding the material is just as important as knowing the machine. Our final major stage in the timber journey takes place at the sawmill, where precision cutting turns rough stock into finished boards. The HY400 high-speed center split resaw is a marvel of modern milling, designed for speed, accuracy, and minimal waste. As each cant, a squared-off log section, moves along the conveyor, the resaw's twin blades adjust to split it cleanly down the middle. The center split design allows two boards to be produced simultaneously, doubling productivity without sacrificing quality. High-speed feed rollers keep the wood moving smoothly, while laser guides ensure every cut is perfectly straight. This isn't just about making boards quickly. It's about making boards that meet exacting standards for thickness and finish, ready for immediate use in construction or manufacturing. Older mills once relied on slower, single-blade systems, where each pass took time and required manual adjustments. The HY400 streamlines the process, reducing the number of cuts needed and keeping throughput high. For the lumber industry, machines like this mean lower production costs, higher output, and more consistent products. benefits that ultimately trickle down to builders, craftsmen, and homeowners. As the boards stack neatly at the end of the line, we've reached the conclusion of our timber's journey, from standing tree in the forest to carefully cut lumber ready to build homes, furniture, and more. Thank you for joining us on this journey from forest to finished timber. Stay tuned to Wood Arena for more incredible machines and the timeless craft that keeps the world building.